Svetlana, if you want.
Thank you, Francesca.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, first of all, I am Francesca Masetti, and together with my colleague Tanya Cirkic, I work at the International Research Office of the University of Padua. Just a few words before starting. Our office, the International Research Office, has decided to organize this webinar within the framework of two other initiatives carried out by the University of Padua. The first one is the Marie Sklodowska-Curie co-funded doctoral program, UniPhD Training the Next Generation Talents. And the second one is the European Charter for Researchers and the action plan that is put in place by the university with the aim of supporting more and more research staff. As you know, the webinar will be held completely in English, and we have here today Svetlana Dimitrova and Tanya Yordanova. They're from the University of Sofia, and they're part of Euraccess Bulgaria. And I really want to thank both of them for accepting our invitation and for holding the webinar today. Before starting, I just tell you that at the end of the webinar you will receive through the chat of Zoom an evaluation survey, and we will ask you to answer just a couple of questions. Okay, so now I let Svetlana and Tanya start the webinar. Thank you very much and enjoy.
Thank you, Francesca. A few words about me. I work for Sofia University already for many years and joined Euraccess almost from the very beginning. And for me, this network and its activities are like a cause. I feel like I'm supportive to researchers all over the world through our activities and through our services. And for me, it's really a big pleasure to be today with you. And thank you very much, Francesca, for inviting us at this webinar. And I hope it will be interesting and practical for you. I opened the program at the screen so that you can see it once again. We will say a few words about Euraccess and how we can be helpful for you. Then we will present the Euraccess portal and see whether and how you can benefit from it. Then Tanya will share with you several slides about the Euraccess mentoring program that we at Sofia University run globally and permanently. And then I will share a few details about another mentoring program that we have for cooperation with the industry and public sector. And then we will get back to Euraccess portal with some details about self-assessment tools and career development tools that are available, actually not only self-assessment, but there are also several other very practical and useful tools on Euraccess portal. And at last, I will share with you the newest development at Euraccess. You'll learn the novelties, and finally, our colleague will spread during the discussion to you the link where you can share your opinion on today's webinar. So, why Euraccess and why you should learn more about it? It is actually, if we get it from historical point of view, it started with very few countries in 2004. And at the very beginning, it was not called Euraccess at all. It was called Eramore. There was nothing in common but one logo. And everyone, different countries, national coordinators made totally different portals and pages and included whatever they consider important and helpful for researchers at their countries. Later on, 10 years later, the Commission decided that we have to rebrand, and this name Euraccess is actually artificial. It does mean nothing, but at the same time, it gives some association with Europe, with access, and this is exactly what was seeking for at that time. So after that, we had these nice colors that we use currently. Also, the logo and a lot of other important visibility details. So practically this network this year, coming 2024, makes already 20 years. And it's spread, as you can see in this little text in the program. It's spread to 23 countries. Happy to say that one of them is already not in Europe. The latest one is Tunisia. We also have officers, Euraccess officers in 9 worldwide hubs that are spread on all continents. So we are in connection with the whole world. Wherever you are able to contact any Euraccess person and request some help, support, advice, or whatever you need in your career or mobility. So every country, as you learned from my words, have their own Euraccess portal, but we also have a European one that is practically very soon to develop in a joint platform together with EURES, also with Europass and European Participant Portal. All 4 will be joined in one platform with one access, and soon you will be able, wherever you have an account and profile, to use all 4 at once, which is very important not only for using the information, but from all portals and access the tools that are on different portals. But it's also very important that you will be visible to all companies from industry and public organizations that are registered in whatever of these 4 portals that will be joined in one platform. You'll be visible to them. They will be able to look at your profile, contact you, and this increases visibility of European researchers and the researchers from all over the world that register at Euraccess portal or in any other. So for this, with this, I think you get the main view of the network. About the network itself, it consists of people like me, Tanya, Francesca, the other Tanya from University of Padua. We are all people that work for researchers spread in these 43 European countries, more than 1,600 Euraccess contact points work for you. So wherever you are able to contact them and to look for help and support. Also, I'm not sure whether you know, we have about 2,500 universities in Europe. And practically 1/3 of them are members of Euraccess network. This means that we cover, and we constantly join new. So this means that we cover not only geographically, but also sectorally. We cover the research sector. And what else would be important for you if you have an account on Euraccess portal? Everything is visible, everything is public, and you can access it even without an account. But if you have an account, the only difference is that if you look for a job, first thing, others could see your profile. As I mentioned, industrial, public organizations, universities, and research institutes could see your profile. And secondly, you can program the search engine to send you information regularly about specific type of jobs that you are interested, or grants, or whatever you are interested in financing, hosting, for instance, and things like that. Apart from everything else, I am not sure whether in this session exactly we can mention, this part of the session today, we can mention anything more. If you have any questions meanwhile, you can put it in the chat or raise your hand. Francesca maybe see the screen because I don't. And I'll make my best to answer these questions. Last thing, before we go in the main part, there will be some exercises. They're very simple. I suppose you'll be not, they will be not difficult for you, and you'll be able to learn more about the portal by experience, own experience. So now I stop sharing the agenda. And now with the next, I will share Euraccess portal. Someone's mic is not switched off, so please do switch off your mics until I speak, and when you speak you can open camera and microphone if you would like to be seen on the screen, or depending on whether you would like. So this is how it looks like at the moment. This is soon to be changed, but this is main view of the Euraccess portal. And most probably this specifically picture will be not changed. If you go through the homepage, we have career section. Wait a second, I'm logged in. I need to log out in order for you to see all the sections over here on the horizontal menu. So if we go down, you see the main sections, section about career here, and some current figures. This is related directly to the system, so it's updated permanently. So currently at the job portal, we have almost 10,000 jobs. Also, we have, as I said, more than 615 your access centers. And from the jobs, these are the 5 top jobs that are currently available on the portal. The most looked for is engineering. And in engineering, we have 2,000 jobs published and valuable. This is a section, part of Science for Refugee initiative of your access. And this section is for Ukrainian researchers. As you know, we have a lot of Ukrainian researchers now in our countries. And finally, you see here news, events, etc. And you can go directly to other sections. If we go through the sections themselves, apart from home, jobs and funding is one of the most usable sections, and you can see here, you can look separately for jobs, different search engine is for hosting, and another one for grants and funding. Also, as you can see here, there are some subsections that are related to other important for European researchers issues and initiatives, but since they are not directly involved in that, many just pass by and go to career development. But let me tell you, European Charter and Charter of Researchers and Code of Conduct in hiring researchers as part of the whole human resource strategy for researchers of the European Commission. Also, the Resaver Fund for pensions for researchers, and also the Refugee Initiative. These are all connected to your rights. So it's important that we announce it and that we work on that, and you help us in developing these policies and practices. Of course, for you, the most interesting part will be in career development, but we will look in this section. It is, sorry, it is actually presented here as a separate box, and we will go in detail, and you will have some even exercises with that. And partnering is also very important part of the portal, where you can find organizations or individuals that are interested to find partners for either joint applications or for articles or for whatever cooperation you might need. And information and assistance, this is a section that is about us, about your access people that are actually available for you all over Europe and in these 9 points and the other continents. Here you can find in national contact points, for instance, you can find Francesca here on this section. Also, you can find some information about taxes, fees, and social security and other important issues that are important while you're on mobility. And also find people from your access that could help you anywhere else. National portals is a section that is actually one page only. and it entails all links to existing national Euraccess portal. Here you can see is Bulgaria, where we are with my Tanya. And also a bit below is Italy, where you can find also Francesca. Also, it's important to see the contacts with, here it's important to mention that you see here Tunisia, but United Kingdom is actually member of Euraccess from the very beginning, and despite of Brexit, Euraccess network has no Euraccess exit. So they are members of Euraccess. They participate in Horizon, as far as I know, in the recent developments on their own expense. And final subsection here, it's about those officers that I mentioned that are based in all continents. So for each of them, you have a separate subpage and you can see how to find them, what is important in their region right now, and what you can join as an event. So we went through the whole portal. And now if you have any questions, any remarks, or share some experience that you had with Euraccess, I suppose you at least some of you had some mobility, and I'm sure without Euraccess it was not so pleasant. Francesca, you will tell me if there is a hand raised somewhere. And let me look in the chat. There is no questions in the chat. Okay. Just to make clear, my presentation is actually online, and we will go through this platform and exercises. Everything will be online. And the only presentation we have, it is Tanya's presentation about Euraccess Integration and Mentoring Program, and you'll have it separately from the video. The video has that we make now will be uploaded on the event page, and it will be accessible for later on use. And now I would like to ask you to do a little exercise, very little one. I will send you the link in the chat, and you please go there, go to the job section, and try to find the most recent job offer suitable for researchers in biological sciences. You have about 5 minutes for that, although it might take to some of you if regularly visit the website and job portal a little bit less than that, but most probably you'll be interested to look in this section to see how it is arranged. So you may spend about 5 minutes in there. Whoever is ready, just place what you found out in the chat, or just open your mic and speak. Don't see anything in the chat yet. Oops, Pierre. Two different links. Okay, let's go together to the portal and see who is the right one. So we look for biological sciences. In country, biological sciences. And the most recent one is for University Assistant Professor in Warsaw, University of Technology. Is this the latest one that you found out? Maybe you look different way. Postdoc in cardiometabolic okay, Javier, you're right. Right. Okay. And the second one is related to career development. Now we'll have another exercise, a bit longer. So you have 10 minutes for that, and it is to find out whether there is on the portal any recorded webinars available for watching by researchers. So one hint, you go on career development section. Whoever is ready, announce it on the chat or just open your mic. Great. Two of you are ready. Aha.
Sure. the correct timing for submission of the reports to the AC.
I'm
Also,
sorry, someone is speaking that
agreements between either the partner and also for towards the
Thank you. Thank you. Tanya, please make Francesca and the other Tanya co-host, because I'm trying here, but I am not able because I'm not the host.
Wait a
Okay.
second.
And now back to the career development portal. You found out several links, which is very nice. The right one that I asked for is right here. Watch the webinars, where you can also see your Access Smart Talks. It's a very interesting podcast subsection. And something very interesting, one of your colleagues also managed to reach one of the national portals. Now you'll see which one, and see how exactly how the last time pretty much the same webinar was delivered to researchers globally. And it is very interesting one. You'll see it's a bit different. But this is, as you can see, on Eurax Greece national portal. Raffaele, thank you for joining this session then and now again. Maybe you find it very useful. So back to our career development section, what is important here, you see different even subsections, because this is a career development section, and within this you have several others. We will go through them a bit later, but for now, according to our program, it's time for Tanya to take the floor and to tell you more about your Access integrating mentoring program. So I stop sharing and invite my colleague Tanya, who is
Thank you,
actually
Svetlana.
coordinator of the program.
Yes, I don't have much to say about me. I'm the newest member of the Sofia University team. I joined before 1 year, but so far I'm in charge of mentoring program, several Erasmus Plus project, and not only. And something very important is, as I'm a contact person for all the questions that may appear related to the program and issues, please don't hesitate to contact us, and me and Svetlana will be more than happy to support you. Now I'll share my screen with, wait a second, to find my presentation. So, is it visible now? Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So what I am going to introduce you to today, one second. So is some statistics about our results so far, What are the first steps after registering of mentoring program? How to benefit from it? Which are the topics for discussions? How to prepare for them? And some tips and practical advices. About the numbers, since the beginning of operation of mentoring program, we have more than 1,200 researchers from all over the world. 220 from them are mentors, and so far we have 241 successfully completed mentoring program. This is behind the website of a mentoring program. We created a LinkedIn group, which is really useful, and it's a place for discussions, sharing news and highlights. These are the place where you can establish your network connections, and this is a place where you can be informed about all the upcoming events, news about the program, and you can join different discussions and share experience. You see almost 500 members we have so far. This is a place also where we present mentors, and you can be informed about everything related. So why is important the mentoring program? Because it's on the first place options provides opportunity for skills development, to create international connections, to get an idea how other researchers and organizations and system works, and to facilitate transnational mobility. What happens after registration? So once you visit the website and make the registration, you're going to receive a welcoming email with the further instructions. We have no limits about how many times you can enroll this journey or how many mentors you may request. We always encourage all the mentees to not wait until the automatic matching, but instead use the searching engine and to request mentorship by the mentor that they feel most appropriated. We have the opportunity to save your search, to put different requirements, let's say, to choose which country, what kind of experience, field of research. So once you save your search and find the most suitable mentor, you may request its mentorship. You may request not only one mentor, but two and more, because sometimes happens that if a mentee made a registration and wait until the automatic matching, even though that the system is made to search every single minute for the best match, it makes it takes some time, and not all the mentors are available at any time. This is why it's better to be and to fasten this process by requesting by yourself the mentorship. So once your mentor accepted your request, receive another mail with different instructions. You're going to find guideline, an example of a mentoring plan. So you have to prepare for the first meeting. In this second email, you're going to find the contacts of your mentor in the email. So the only thing that you need to do is to write a message, to present yourself, and to agree on your first meeting. Before the meeting, you have to prepare, or it would be good to prepare short CV about yourself, to be ready to talk and to express what your goals are, what you want to achieve with this mentorship, to prepare a plan, and to be ready to ask questions. We have 6 predefined topics. 3 of them are, let's say, a must, but of course, beside these topics, it's possible to agree with your mentor what different topics may be discussed and to include also in the program. It is envisaged to have 6 meetings for a 6-month time. So each meeting you may agree about the following one and the topics that you're going to discuss. About the topics and subtopics, it is good once you choose the topic to prepare in advance what kind of information you want to receive from your mentors, to list additional questions in order to be more organized and to not lose your time and get the valuable information. So at the first meeting, mentees should present their interests, their goals, to ask questions, to agree on the plan that they set out, and to agree on a date and time for the meeting. About mentors, you shouldn't expect from the mentors, I mean, one mentee, it happens really often that the mentee is expected from the mentors to find a job for them, to write down their CVs. No, actually, mentor is helping to set realistic goal. It shares its personal knowledge and experience and provide support to mentees. Of course, it may give honest and constructive feedback and facilitate growth of a mentee. So, of course, both of them need to take into consideration that during the communication may appear intercultural differences, some research system differences, some specific physiological and emotional aspects. So we always request to follow the ethical principles of a mentoring program. So other conclusions is that both sides need to be active in order to have the fruitful meetings. It is successful when both sides are active. Imagine that you register as a mentor. It is possible always mentors to ask for mentees, the other way around. It is win-win outcome. While we are communicating with the mentors, they share that they feel really satisfied when they contribute to the growth of their mentees, when they see how they achieve their goals. Of course, it's open doors for working cooperation and make their careers choice better. And this is how it works. So one a mentee register and find their mentor. They started to receive assistant. So their career started to grow. Once they feel confident enough, they become mentors, and then they started to provide assistance to really stage researchers. This is our goal, to have more mentors supporting the mentees and to enlarge our network. These are our contacts, and for all the questions that you have, as I explained you, please don't hesitate to write it down. So this was my short presentation. Now I will stop sharing. And in case somebody has any question how it works, now is a moment for a discussion and to answer your questions. I didn't pay a lot of attention on how to do registration, etc., because there's a lot of information in the website and it's really easy. The only thing is to press one button, register, and then you need to fill all your information, and then all the further instruction you receive it. So no more questions.
Maybe it's useful to show them how it works in practice. Since I am the next one with all mentoring programs of your access, I will now show both. Just a second to make it a bit smaller. Okay. So you must see already my screen. This is the home page. Sorry. And here you can see what Tanya explained up to now. What are the benefits of the program? What are the key elements, the 6 predefined topics, the fact that it is virtual and you can speak, of course, official language is English, but during the mentorship you can speak whatever language you would like and you know better, both with the mentor and the mentee. Also some definitions about who can become a mentor and who can become a mentee, and some introductory presentation about the mentoring process. And also you can see here some example of institutional mentoring program, for instance, at Sofia University, based on this specific portal and tool behind the website. And also, if you're interested at University of Padua to have your own goals, you can either use it, the whole mentoring program as it is, or set up an internal institutional mentoring program. And we have already several requests on that. And also we cooperate with several international universities constantly. Currently our your access officer at Australia and New Zealand is very active, so we cooperate with 2 Australian universities, and they have put their own goals through our program, and we send them reports regularly on how it goes with their program. And news, of course, and what is not visible, however, is exactly this part. If you want to reach this part, this is our search engine. It is necessary to register. The registration process, as Tanya said, is a bit slow because you fill a lot of details, but all these details are needed here in order, when you register, the searching engine and the matching tool to start work for you and look for your best match. But as Tanya said, sometimes it takes time, and you better use the search engine and save your search in order to send you regular updates on whether they are suitable for you mentors or mentees. And now let's see. We look for a mentor, and we look for a mentor in biological sciences, my favorite science. My favorite are actually physics, but biological is closer to the top of the list. So what says the searching engine? we have 33 mentors. And they are listed here. Oh, 33. What we can do, except for this main information that is mentioned there, you can have more detailed information about Estefania. You see where she is based. You see how long experience she has in research. You see how what is her level of research experience, and also you see her specific subject area. And last but very important, you see her ORCID or LinkedIn or ResearchGate profile. This is ORCID in this case, and you can visit there her profile and see what are her recent publications and how you can cooperate on what you can cooperate on what she works right now. Final thing, she says where she has specific experience, and if you would like to move to one of those countries, you can take her just for sharing as a mentor, just for sharing experience in these countries, in their research systems. And here she mentions that she is available to mentor you through all 6 topics that are predefined, which is very good because you have full choice. Otherwise, if the mentor mentioned only 3 of them, then you have no choice. You have to choose them, all 3, and find together another 3 that you have to add to your mentoring plan. And finally, you decide that, yes, Estefania is your choice. Then you press this button and the system sends information automatically to her. And once she confirms the mentorship, we receive notification and we send you both instructions. Actually, Tanya is sending them and you can start. Don't be afraid if you ask more than one, because you saw Estefania is quite a good specialist with quite a lot of experience, and maybe she is currently not available. Then what you do? You go and look for another suitable one. You do the same, take a look at the profile, and finally you press the request. If you're sure that this is also a useful and practical mentor for you, you press this button and you may do it even 3 times. Don't be afraid asking mentorship by 3 mentors at the same time, because someone will not be available definitely, but even if 2 or 3 of them answer positively at the same time, we send you further instructions what to do. And we manage to arrange either in 1 by 1 or 2 at the same time, depending on your willingness and availability to spend time. Practically, you spend about hour, sometimes and a half, once per month. This is for one mentorship. If you are able to prepare and to spend another hour within this 1 month, then there is no problem to have 2 mentors at the same time. We have, and I'm very happy she's back in economics, one very popular mentor from Portugal. Belém is back. She had 1 year she said this year she will not be available. She had some rest from the mentoring program, but she's one of the most active mentors in our program. And she said she had up to now 7 mentorships. She managed to mentor 7 people by now. right now, I saw the day before or very recently, I saw her an announcement, automatic announcement, that she's already engaged with another one. So I'm happy she started again. Also, there are mentees that practically use more than one mentor. We have an Indonesian researcher with already 7 mentorships, I think, just like the mentor. She goes one after another, and I think it's very helpful. Up to now, we have, of course, this is not a necessary thing to happen, but we have 2 mentees that found a job through this mentoring program. Several joint articles published. Also, a lot of conferences and joint events arranged. And some of the mentors and mentees manage even to meet, if it happens that they are in one and the same country, manage to meet themselves in person, which is really, really great. And we are very happy to these outcomes, although we do not expect it, all of them, to happen. So as you can see, let's clear the filter. As you can see, we have, I'm sorry, what happened? We have countries from all over the world that are registered researchers in the program. Most usable is from Germany. Second is UK. And on the third place is US. But it's also very popular in Brazil, in India, and Pakistan. I'm happy to see almost all countries on the map. What is interesting, the visits on the website, Google Analytics says that actually we have visits on our website more than 12,000, and they spend more than 5 minutes on the portal. And also, which is very interesting, we don't have visits only from 4 countries: Greenland, Tibet, and as far as I remember, there were 2 countries in Africa. Main research field are listed here, and you can see there are about 50. So generally, researchers from all kind of specialties use the program for a different type of cooperation with their mentors or with their mentees. And by this, I think we really need to switch to another program. And it is called Rebecca. Euraccess has 2 mentoring programs. The one that I presented right now, and Tanya made a presentation about how it works, actually is permanent, global, and does not work the same way as this one. Rebecca mentoring program is a program set by the Spanish colleagues, and that's why it is on the Spanish portal. And it works totally different way. It works in circles, in different stages, and started only nationally. Then 4 countries within one project were involved, and then it went on European level, and currently it is enlarged for the 4th time it started, and it's enlarged in number of mentors and mentees accepted. Rebecca is actually a mentoring program that shows to researchers how research works in industrial and public sector. And they might experience by themselves, I mean the mentees, may experience by themselves how it is to move from academia to the industrial sector or to public sector. So these mentors are very helpful because they were researchers in academia before, and they are now out and they share their experience willingly and free of charge. And by this, you can also find a nice job. So you can see now the whole history of Rebecca. This is about previous Rebecca programs. Here you can see here some presentation of their previous circles and some statistics about what happened, how it worked, and why it is helpful, what was the feedback, etc. Now, if you are interested, you can check here the registration. I'm not sure whether they didn't close it already because it was open almost a month ago. I'm sorry, my internet is a bit slow. I opened too many stuff also here. It's loading, but very slowly. So meanwhile, you're able to ask questions or to request our support in registration in any of these mentoring programs. And before our last session on your Access self-assessment tools, I would like to ask you for here are the 2 links. I will put the chat. In the chat the links to the mentoring programs. This is, oops, not to everyone. This is the integrational program, also Rebecca. And before going to the next part of the webinar, I would like to ask you to go to the following link and experience the tool by yourself. The last. So explore the tool first, and second, make one of the quizzes, and then in 10 minutes you will share with us whether it was useful and helpful for you. 10 minutes. Do you need some more time to give you to spend on the self-assessment? Did you finish? Okay, I give you 3 to 5 minutes more. Okay, you have much more time later on to explore it by yourself, so I suggest to continue in exploring the career development section and see what we can find. So here in the subsection, you find things related to career development of a researcher, also a handbook, and the webinars and training, and we always put the new one over there so you can always get into this page and watch whatever you need, and it is free of charge. What is important about these webinars and trainings and what is different than everything else offered at the global network. It's not only that it is free, but your access trainers and speakers are always available for further discussion and further contact and communication on topics that are interesting for you. So in all these videos and materials that you have on the events page, you may find their contacts and continue communicating with them. For instance, if there are some exercises mentioned in the webinar, you can make it later on and ask the trainer to review and to suggest you some improvement. And this is also for free. Here with the Smart Docs, we have a lot of success stories of researchers that work in academia, those that moved in another sector, and you can see how worked this in their career. So here in industry and entrepreneurship, you see much more about cooperation with industry. This is again about some information about some sector information also, and about useful and practical data that is provided here from some surveys or other type of sources that are used in collection of this information. Here you can find in the jobs and competencies what are the competencies that are currently looked for in industry, and here you have some planning instruments. Kind of the assessment tool that you had. There are other assessment tools provided here, for instance, the Vitae Research Development Framework, also others you can use. And I really strongly suggest you to try at least several in order to make a picture, a clear picture for yourself, at what stage you are, what are your motives, your motivation, what are your expectations, and what exactly you need to go through in order to reach your goal. Also, the outcomes of the self-assessment forms and tools are very important if you appoint a meeting with the career advisor. If at your university this service is not available, you can address your access, and we at your access hubs, the thing that you'll learn in a bit in a few minutes, you can access one of the hubs and get this information later on, and this kind of support from your access hub. Together with the results of your assessment, the career advisor can help you much better, and his advice will be much more informed than just talking to them. And the career stories are maybe this same section. But here, as you can see, except for the researchers, there is, oops, they work on this section now, sorry. There is also a section for organizations. And this is the way, I'm sorry, but really the platform goes through some improvements right now. And this will be not this very slow process. This will be not very fast to finish with that. So maybe just exactly the section for organizations is right now under reconstruction. But there are also advice and contacts for organizations, also tools on how they can improve the conditions of researchers in their organizations, how they can attract researchers in their organizations, and how they can use your access support for that. And I have another, now much shorter and last exercise for you before sharing with you the latest developments at your access. It's about exploring another tool for gaining some specific skill, intercultural skill. You know, in nowadays world, it's almost impossible to work alone. It always happens to work in teams, And very, very often it happens that these teams are international. And for this reason, your intercultural competence needs to be developed, and you have to use your intercultural skills very often. So please go here, explore the intercultural assistant, and your task is to tell me who is the researcher that created one of the most popular models for comparing cultures. And you can also make a note for yourself to which culture you would like to compare your own through his tools and see how what would have to expect from a person from another culture, what is common apart from personality specifics for this culture and its representatives, and how you can, I'm sorry, just for a second. I'm sorry, I didn't switch off my phone and it rang. So you please go, and your task is to find out who is the researcher that created the most popular model for comparing cultures, and you may use it also for yourself. Here's how you can find it, this tool for yourself. This is the path. You go on. Oh, Gert Hofstede. Bravo. Raffaele, you are really, really very fast. Also, Pierre. Maybe you were last time, that's why you know it, or you are interested in intercultural competence. That's really great. Thank you very much, guys. This is how you can find the tool by yourself. You go on your Access portal, you go on career development, then you go on research page, tools and resources, and here it is the intercultural assistant. Of course, there are short and long self-paced courses in there. It's not our job now to work on that and to explore them. You can do it by yourself, and always please do send your feedback. Also, I would like now to invite Francesca to share in the chat the link to the feedback for this webinar. In the moment that we move to our last section, and it is actually related to the newest Euraccess development. We at Euraccess decided that we will be much more helpful for you if we arrange toolkits for different initiatives. For talent management, for example, the recent toolkit is ready, and you can find it on this link. That I will send you now. But we will also open it. We go on the Euraccess National Greece, Euraccess Greece National Portal. And we find this Talent Management Hub. You find here helpful and useful things. Another hub is the cooperation with industry. It is created, as you may guess, from our Spanish colleagues. We again visit Euraccess Spain, and Rebecca is part of this too. You have here the link. Apart from Rebecca, however, you can find a lot of interesting facts and initiatives here in the how-to. And third one is I have some preferences. It is my favorite one. This is the Euraccess toolkit for working with scientific entrepreneurship. We now go to Euraccess Serbia. And this is the Startup Digital Toolkit. There are events that are envisaged within the activities of the hub. So you may visit and find all the information here, also not only about the events, but you can join some of them. Also, if you're interested to start your own company, you may find support here from our colleagues that it's an international team that is behind this too. And Euraccess colleagues are willing to and eager to help you. There are two more that are in the pipeline. One of them is actually, we already mentioned it. It is, sorry, I'm trying to go on the international portal, and it is related to refugee researchers. Very soon, the part for refugee researchers and scholars at risk will be improved, and they might find here a lot of new and helpful information. As you can see, Era for Ukraine is part of it, and you have here interesting details for refugee researchers. But what is the most important is that very soon we will open within our current Euraccess project a funding internship program for short internships in industrial and public sector companies and refugee researchers from all European countries that are with legal status, with arranged legal status, can apply for this funding. This information will be sent to Francesca, and she will arrange that all researchers, refugee researchers at your university will be, you will receive it timely in order to apply. And the last one, this is Science for Refugee Hub, and the last one is for mobility. This is also in the pipeline, and you will be able to see it very, very soon as well, public. So meanwhile, Francesca sent you already the link to the feedback. Please do fill it in and feel free to ask me questions or Tanya for any support in the mentoring program, or for everything else you may have questions right now related to your access. I will wait for some raised hands and we'll stop sharing, or some questions in the chat if you have any. If not, we will be in touch by email. My contacts are available almost everywhere on your Access portal and your Access events. And similarly to Tanya's, we can write to both of us at the email mentioned on the Your Access Mentoring Program website. So thank you very much once again for joining us today. Also, thanks Francesca and Tanya from Padua for inviting us to share with you our news from your Access.
Thank
Goodbye
you,
from me.
Svetlana and Tanya, for
Thank you.
accepting our invitation. It was really inspiring and very interesting. I hope it will be useful for all of you.
Thank you. I stop recording and we